Hey, what is up guys? It is me, Flavio here, back with another Mafia City video. This video is going to tell you exactly how to set up and upgrade your farm accounts to get the most from them. It doesn't really matter if you're an absolute beginner who has no idea what farming is, because this guide will teach you everything you need to know about farming. So let's get right into the video. For those of you who don't know what a farm account is, it is simply an account that you use to rob some extra resources, and whenever you need these resources on your main account, you can simply attack your farm and get them on your main. The more farms you have, the more resources you'll be able to get. Now let's see how you can create a farm account. So to create a farm account, you'll have to click on your avatar at the top left and then select Settings, then go to Account and finally select Start a New Game. Now before you start a new game, make sure that your current account is bound to Facebook or Google Play, otherwise you'll lose all of your progress. Once you start a new game, you'll have to complete the tutorial first. Once you're done with the tutorial, make sure you bind your account immediately by going to Settings, Account, and then selecting Bind Account. You'll have to bind your farm account to a different Facebook or Google Play account. Once you're done binding your account, you'll want to teleport your farm account to the city that your main account is in. To do this, you'll have to go to the map and open the city map. Then select the globe option at the bottom left, which will take you to the world map. From here, you'll be able to move to the city that your main account is in. You can only move your farm account within 3 days of creating it and before it reaches mansion level 6, so try to move it as fast as possible. So that's how you create a farm account. Now let's take a look at the leader skills that you should invest in for your farms. You should have 3 types of farms: cash farms, cargo farms, and armed farms. All your skill points for your farm should be invested in growth. For cash farms, you'd want to invest in cash skills. For cargo farms, you'd want to do cargo skills. And for armed farms, you'd want to invest in armed skills. As far as farming metal is concerned, I wouldn't suggest creating separate farms dedicated to metal, because the skill tree only gives you a choice between cash, cargo, and arms. Also, to unlock metal skills, you'll have to reach level 31, which will take quite some time to reach on your farms. So I think it's better to rob metal as a secondary resource instead on all 3 types of farms. You'd want to invest everything in growth until your leader reaches level 19 so that you unlock the getaway driver skill. And once you reach level 20, you can invest your skill points in the first battle skill, which will increase your troop load by 10%. Now let's take a look at the babe skills. In case of your farm accounts, you don't really need to max out all of your babes, since most of their skills are battle skills and not growth skills. Let's take a look at the babes one by one and see how far you need to upgrade them to unlock all their growth skills. Let's start with Diana. You'd want to get Diana to 180 favor at least, since that will unlock all of her resource production skills and troop load skills. For Mai, you'd want to get her to 300 favor to get the advanced gem making skill. Grace is the only babe that you'd want to max out on your farm accounts. The first 2 skills of hers increase the hospital capacity by 3000, and the last 3 skills increase the training size by 150 and the troop load by 10%. For Catherine, you'd want to get her to 270 favor to increase hospital capacity by 5000. And finally, for Karina, you'd want to get her to 620 favor to unlock all of her resource skills. And now for equipment, you'd want to do the ones that increase your hospital capacity, troop load, and in case of your cash farms, your cash production. In case of investment, you'd want to focus mainly on resource production and resource robbing speed. You also want to do the ones that increase your troop load, hospital capacity, healing speed, training size, training speed, durability, and gem making speed. Now obviously, you'd also want to invest in Crime Ops Crew when your mansion reaches level 6, level 11, and level 20 to unlock extra marches, which will allow you to rob more resources. If you're done with all of these properties, then you'd want to invest in troop upkeep, the equipment properties, and also in metal production and robbing speed. Now let's talk about roadsters. The first roadster that you get in the game is the Bullet, which gives you a 5% resource production buff and a 2% cash robbing speed buff. However, if you can get 31 more normal points on your farms, you'll be able to unlock the second roadster, which gives you a 10% resource production buff and a 2% robbing speed buff for all resources. So I would recommend getting the second roadster on your farm account if you can. Now let's take a look at the buildings and troops. The main buildings that you should upgrade on your farms are the mansion, the wall, the invest center, the hospitals, the resource production buildings, and the black market. If your farms and main account are in the same clan, then you should also upgrade the clan clubs so that you can reinforce them if they get attacked. For your clubs, you'd want to have 8 of them at least at level 3 so that you can train a lot more troops. You should only train tier 2 vehicles on your farm since they have a low training cost, low upkeep, and a very high load, which makes them ideal for farming. If you get a 20% troop load buff from your investments, babe skills, or leader skills, then you should be able to finish a normal level 7 resource point with just 16,500 vehicles. This means that you only need 82,500 tier 2 vehicles to rob 5 level 7 resource points. So if you have 82,500 vehicles and if your hospital capacity is enough to accommodate all of these troops, then you wouldn't need to train any more troops. At this point you can get rid of all but one of your clubs and build smelters in place of them. This will increase the metal production on your farm. Now let's talk about robbing. It is hard to increase the metal robbing speed on your farms mainly because unlocking the metal robbing skill requires you to reach level 31. Also, the cost of investing in the metal robbing speed property is very high as compared to the other resources. So the best way to equalize the metal robbing speed and the robbing speed of your main resource is to rob metal when the getaway driver skill is active, which doubles the robbing speed for 2 hours. This skill has a cooldown of 20 hours, so you'll be able to use the skill at least once per day. You can rob your farm's main resource during this cooldown period. And finally, you'd want to donate as many resources as you can so that you can buy resource production buffs from the clan store. Using these resource production buffs will allow you to get way more resources than what you donate, especially if your resource production buildings are at a high level. So yeah, this is how you should be farming if you want to grow quickly in the game. I hope this guide helped you learn something new about farming. You can also check out my blog post on this farming guide, which is much more detailed than this video, to which I'll leave a link in the description below. Thanks for watching the video guys, and I will see you in the next one.